that night. But just when the world felt the cruelest, a stranger opened his door. Not to ask who she was, but simply to say, "You're safe here." This isn't just a story about escape. It's about how one small act of kindness can change someone's life forever. Before we begin, comment below and tell us, where in the world are you watching from? We'd love to know. Now, let's begin the story. It was almost midnight when the bus wheezed to a stop on the outskirts of Willow Creek, a sleepy town wrapped in silence and mist. The door creaked open and a young woman stepped down into the cold darkness, clutching a single backpack, her eyes swollen from days of crying. Her name was Emily Carson, 22, scared, broken, and completely alone. She hadn't planned to get off here. She hadn't planned any of this. All she knew was that she had to get away from him. The man who claimed to love her but left bruises darker than night. The man who promised forever and gave her fear instead. She'd endured 2 years of it, until yesterday, when she saw her own reflection in the cracked mirror and didn't recognize the girl staring back. She didn't want to wait until it got worse. She ran. And now, she stood under a flickering street lamp, in a town she didn't know, with nowhere to go. A few blocks away, Ryan Walker was tucking his 6-year-old daughter, Lily, into bed. A single dad for 3 years now, Ryan had learned how to braid hair, pack lunches, and soothe nightmares. His wife, Maggie, had passed away in a car crash, leaving him and Lily to rebuild their world, just the two of them. He was a mechanic by day, a father by every second. His heart had known loss, but never cruelty. That night, as he locked up his modest home, he heard a strange rustling near his porch. Curious but cautious, he stepped outside. That's when he saw her, Emily, sitting on the edge of his porch steps, trembling, hugging her knees. Their eyes met. Ryan didn't ask why she was there. He could see it. The fear, the exhaustion, the silent scream behind her stillness. Something in him, a human instinct, a father's empathy, told him she wasn't a threat. He didn't press. Instead, he said quietly, "You look cold. You can come in, if you want. Just for tonight." She hesitated, then nodded. That first night, she barely spoke. Ryan gave her a blanket, a warm bowl of soup, and a space on the couch. Lily peeked around the corner in the morning, curious and wide-eyed. Emily offered a shy smile. The days that followed were gentle. Ryan kept his questions locked away, focusing instead on simple kindness, offering her food, space, and silence without judgment. Emily started helping around the house. She played with Lily, folding laundry, washing dishes. Slowly, laughter returned to the home, Lily's giggles, Emily's soft chuckles, and even Ryan's deep laughs during dinner. The home began to feel less like a shelter and more like a beginning. But healing is never a straight line. One afternoon, Emily froze when Ryan entered the kitchen too suddenly. The way she flinched cut him deeply, not because he was offended, but because it reminded him of the invisible wound she carried. That night, he sat on the porch while she joined him, both wrapped in silence. Finally, she spoke. His name was Brent. I loved him once. Or thought I did. He was charming, in the beginning. Then little things, slaps disguised as jokes, words that burned deeper than bruises. I stayed because I thought I could fix him. I thought it was my fault. Until it wasn't just hurt, it was survival. Ryan said nothing for a long time. Then, quietly, "You don't owe anyone your pain, Emily. But you deserve peace. And this house, it's safe." Tears slid down her cheeks, not of fear this time, but of relief. Weeks turned into months. Emily found a part-time job at the town's bookstore. She started therapy, with Ryan offering to watch Lily when she couldn't afford a sitter. The town slowly welcomed her, as did her own sense of self-worth. But healing demanded confrontation. One day, a car she recognized pulled into town. Brent had found her. She panicked, ran back to Ryan's home, her heart racing. Ryan didn't hesitate. He called the sheriff, someone he'd grown up with, and filed a protective order. For the first time, Emily didn't run. With Ryan by her side, she stood up to the man who had once silenced her. Brent was arrested on a warrant from another state. And Emily stood in court, shaking but strong, to give her statement. Her voice cracked, but it never broke. Months later, spring bloomed. The once broken girl who arrived with nothing now walked through Willow Creek with purpose. She worked full-time, saved enough to rent a small studio nearby, and still visited Ryan and Lily every weekend. One afternoon, while watching Lily ride her bike, she looked at Ryan and said, "You saved me." Ryan shook his head. "No, Emily. You saved yourself. I just opened the door." She smiled, a real, full smile that reached her eyes. "Still, thank you for not asking questions." Ryan reached over and gently placed a hand on her shoulder. Sometimes, people don't need answers. Just a little kindness. That's what the world is missing.